High above the sacred Seshachalam hills in Andhra Pradesh stands a temple that draws millions of devotees every year, the Tirumala Venkateswara Temple, fondly known as Tirupati Balaji. As you ascend the winding roads or climb the sacred steps of Alipiri barefoot, you can feel the divine pull, the same feeling that has guided countless pilgrims for centuries. The chant Govinda Govinda fills the air, echoing through the hills like the heartbeat of faith itself. Perched about 3,200 feet above sea level, Tirumala is not just a destination, it is a journey of the soul. The nearest city, Tirupati, lies 22 kilometers below. Pilgrims arrive by train, road or air, and then make their way up the 7 hills, each said to represent one of the 7 heads of Adisesha, the cosmic serpent on whom Lord Vishnu rests. But how did Lord Vishnu come to reside here on earth? The story goes back to ancient times. It is said that once the sage Bhrigu set out to test the Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, to see who among them was supreme. When he reached Vaikuntha, he found Lord Vishnu in meditation. Feeling ignored, Bhrigu struck Vishnu's chest with his foot. Yet instead of anger, Vishnu smiled, gently pressed the sage's foot, and asked if he was hurt. This act of compassion moved the sage, but angered goddess Lakshmi, who felt insulted that her divine abode had been disrespected. In sorrow, she left Vaikuntha and descended to earth. Unable to bear the separation, Vishnu came down in search of her, taking the form of Srinivasa and settling upon these very hills of Tirumala. Here, he lived in meditation until destiny led him to Princess Padmavati, an incarnation of Lakshmi herself. Their divine marriage was celebrated with grandeur, but to meet the lavish expenses, Lord Srinivasa borrowed a vast amount of wealth from Kubera, the god of riches. Devotees believe that every offering placed in the temple's hundi is part of repaying that eternal debt, a symbolic act of devotion and gratitude. Over time, kings and dynasties, the Pallavas, Cholas and Vijayanagara rulers, built and expanded this magnificent shrine. The golden dome that now shines above the temple, known as the Ananda Nilayam Vimana, glows like the morning sun, symbolizing the Lord's eternal presence. As you approach the sanctum, the fragrance of camphor and sandalwood fills the air. The rhythmic sound of bells, the murmur of prayers, and the sight of thousands waiting patiently for darshan, all weave together into one emotion: surrender. When at last you stand before the 8-foot-tall idol of Lord Venkateswara, adorned with precious jewels and radiant gold, time seems to stop. His right hand points gently toward you, as if saying, "Come, I am here to relieve your sorrow." Every day rituals begin before dawn. The Suprabhata